Hello everyone. Today in this module we are going to talk about biomass allocation and allometry. Plants fix carbon which is used for generation of biomass and energy, both being important for growth and development. The relative amount of biomass present in various organs is termed as biomass allocation. Allocation is seen to be a strong driver of the capacity of plants to take carbon, water and nutrients. It can be determined as a function of the net photosynthesis and respiratory rate or as a function of the nitrogen acquisition by roots. Allometry, which is an expression of the quantitative relationship between growth and allocation irrespective of the plant size, is also a useful measure for biomass allocation. Biomass allocation varies with growth of the plant over time as well as under different environmental conditions. A quantitative understanding of biomass allocation is of fundamental importance since it sets limit on the biomass production and utilization capacity of a plant. The learning objectives of this module are methods of quantifying biomass allocation, effect of environmental factors on biomass allocation, effect of ontogeny on biomass allocation, and importance of allometry in forest productivity. A flowering plant has leaves that fix carbon, stems that provide mechanical support and conduct water and solutes, and roots that absorb nutrients and water and provide anchorage. The relative amount of biomass present in the various organs is called biomass allocation. The allocation may vary over time across environments and among species. Biomass allocation is genetically determined and is considered to be a strong driver of the capacity of plants to take up carbon, water and nutrients for growth. Allocation to leaves, stems and roots has to be balanced such that the allocation matches the physiological activities and functions performed by the organs. Biomass allocation can be studied by several methods. In the first method, allocation is expressed in the terms of root and shoot ratio. The ratio is a descriptor of the above versus below ground balance of biomass and is thus indicative of plant responses to growing conditions. The root and shoot ratio thus indicates the trade-off between above and below ground biomass and changes under different environmental conditions like nutrient deprivation. In herbaceous plants, root and shoot ratios typically increase with age and size due to continuous investment of fixed carbon in above ground structures. The second method for studying biomass allocation is in terms of fraction of biomass allocation to leaf, stem and root, and all of which add up to 1. The advantage of the use of biomass fraction over root and shoot values are that the LMF, SMF and RMF form an integral part of the concept of growth analysis and carbon economy. Biomass fractions are also less sensitive to small changes in allocation than root and shoot ratios, especially when roots form less than 20% of the biomass. These biomass fractions, that is the LMF, SMF and RMF, can distinguish changes in allocation under different environmental or growth conditions. For example, low water availability leads to greater allocation to root mass fraction but lower allocation to the above ground parts of the plant. Biomass allocation is considered to be a strong driver of the capacity of plants to acquire and respire carbon through photosynthesis and respiration respectively, and plays an important role in the growth of plants. Biomass allocation can therefore be analyzed in terms of relative growth rate. Since photosynthesis takes place only in the leaves, the carbon economy of the whole plant can be expressed as a net result of whole plant photosynthesis and respiration per unit leaf area. The relative growth rate can therefore be expressed as the product of unit leaf rate, that is ULR, which is a measure of the increase in total plant dry mass per leaf area per time. The specific leaf area or SLA, which is a ratio of leaf area to leaf mass, and the leaf mass fraction or LMF, which is the fraction of total biomass that is allocated to the leaves. The relative growth rate, that is RGR, of the plants is then given by the product of these three traits. Biomass allocation is also a strong driver of the capacity of plants to acquire nitrogen, and the total nitrogen content can be used as a measure of plant growth in terms of relative growth rate. Since nitrogen acquisition is a function of roots, relative growth rate can be expressed as the net result of nitrogen uptake by roots and its redistribution in the plants. Hence, it is a product of the nitrogen uptake by the root fraction per unit plant nitrogen concentration. Another approach for studying the allocation of biomass is by allometric analysis. Allometry represents the proportional changes in dimension taking place during growth. It represents the quantitative relationship between growth and allocation, irrespective of the plant size. Roots and shoots show a dynamic balance such that the shoot biomass, that is X, is related exponentially to the root biomass, that is Y. In most animal systems, the allometric equation for metabolic rate versus biomass shows an exponent of 3/4. In plants, the exponent varies depending on growth stage. The dynamic relationship between shoots and root is hence described, which is not confounded by plant size. Log transformation of the allometric equation gives a straight line, the slope of which is called the allometric coefficient, that is A, and the intercept represents the allometric constant. Any departure from a particular root and shoot relationship can be explained in terms of initial conditions, differences in intercept in B, versus biomass partitioning during growth, that is differences in slope A. This relationship may apply to any other organ of the plant as well. Let us see how the allocation parameters change in response to environmental conditions. Plant growth is affected by environmental factors like light intensity, water availability and temperature. These factors strongly affect the biomass allocation pattern. Shade-loving plants appear to allocate more biomass to leaves and stem than to roots as compared to sun-loving plants. This observation led to the formulation of a functional equilibrium hypothesis. According to this hypothesis, plants will allocate more biomass to leaves if the limiting factor for growth is the above ground resource such as light. Similarly, at lower temperature, allocation to the above ground organs decreases while that of root increases. When water availability is low, the above ground part of this plant stops growing. Allocation to roots, however, increases so that roots can grow in search of water. Besides environmental conditions, allocation also changes depending on plant ontogeny. Ontogeny of a plant refers to distinct phases like embryogenesis, germination, vegetative development, flowering, etc. As the plants grow, there is an increase in biomass which is reallocated to different organs during these distinct developmental phases. Since ontogeny can be presented as a function of plant growth or development, it has a strong effect on allocation patterns. For example, in herbaceous plants, there is a decrease in allocation to leaves and an increase in allocation to stem as the plant grows. In woody trees, this shift in allocation is more dramatic, with sharp decrease in leaf mass fraction and sharp increase in the stem mass fraction. Ontogenetic drift is also evident during shifts in the developmental stages of the plant, that is, from vegetative to flowering stage. This drift can be shown by allometric analysis. For example, in the grass, Lolium, allometric coefficient, that is A, changed from 1.121 to 0.553 after onset of flowering. Hence, a shift of biomass allocation from root growth towards the shoot growth was seen to occur following the emergence of inflorescence. Though shoot biomass was about 10 times more than root biomass, change in allometry was observed as a change in slope and was independent of the actual size or mass of the two organs. Allometry can therefore effectively detect small changes in allocation accompanying developmental phases. The use of allometry is widespread in forestry and forest ecology. The study of allometry is extremely important in establishing the forestry practices in relation to carbon budgeting and carbon sequestration analysis. The most important or common methods to assess the biomass is primarily based on forestry allometric equations. For example, measurements of the above ground and below ground biomass were carried out using allometric equations with diameter at breast height or DBH, that is height of the tree, or H, and specific wood density represented as WD as the measured attributes. The allometric coefficients were determined by actually measuring the biomass of a few trees and then finding out the best fit model in the terms of DBH, H and WD. To summarize this module, allocation of biomass to various organs of a plant plays an important role in determining plant growth. Allocation can be determined as root and shoot ratios, mass fractions or allometry. Biomass allocation changes in response to different environmental regimes or different developmental stages of the plant. Biomass allocation measurements are used in studying forest productivity and carbon sequestration. Thank you.